Date within your financial bracket. If you see a girl that's like, she's taken herself out to Hakkasan was the example I've given. If she's doing that every weekend and you know your pockets can't do that, then don't go for that, babe, because you're gonna get yourself frustrated. I had like dark circles around my eyes, swelling and stuff, walking up the stairs out of breath, because I'm a single parent, so childcare can be quite difficult sometimes. I may not be able to go when I want to go, but it's a case of like, I have to do it. Just the same way you wake up, you brush your teeth, you have to do it. I don't know if I'd recommend this, but I was running 6 to 7 days a week. I got divorced 3.5 years ago. Since then, I've bought my own place on my own, got into my career, doing TikTok, coming on a podcast like this. Yeah. Like, my life has completely improved. I would tell my 16-year-old self to speak up. Yeah, find your voice, use your voice. And I've definitely found it now and been pissing people off with it, but I'm not going to shut up.
Welcome back, guys, to A Woman's Point of View. Today is episode 8, and I'm really looking forward to today because we've got a special guest, and this is someone that I actually haven't met before as well. So although you guys will learn a lot about her, I will also. So who have we got with me today?
Natalie, Vanessa. Yeah.
So what we do to kind of like break the ice, kind of get to know a bit about you, be like a quick fire, just about 7-8 questions, just to kind of get to know a bit more about you.
Okay.
So nights in or nights out, you got 5 seconds.
Nights in.
Your go-to gym song.
Oh, pop that. Don't judge me. Who does pop that again? Go, don't stop, get it.
I love that you sang as well. We're going to put it in the screen. Cardio or weights?
Oh, recently weights.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quiet gym or busy gym?
Quiet. 100%.
Your favorite meal?
Spaghetti bolognese. Don't judge me, guys. I'm Jamaican. Don't judge me.
I was actually going to ask where you're from, actually.
Yeah.
Favorite muscle group to train?
Arms.
Your least favorite muscle group to train?
Glutes.
Okay, she say you're Jamaican. Let me throw an extra one in there. So
oh God.
Bashment or reggae?
Oh, old school reggae. Yeah.
I agree. All right, cool. So let's get to know a bit more about you then. Like, let's go all the way back, like your upbringing, growing up. What did that look like?
So I grew up as an only child. Just me and my mum, pretty much. Spent a lot of time like on my own. Mum was working a lot, like single parent. So I was very much in my books, all of that. I wasn't very sporty. In fact, I hated PE. Like, I would, if I could get out of it, I would. Very shy, introverted young girl. And then I kind of came up my shell probably like late teens, like going to uni and stuff. But I didn't really get into fitness until later on, like maybe after I became a mum, really. I just wanted to make some life changes. And that's when I started like fitness journey and stuff.
Hey, what did you study at uni?
I did health and social care and public health postgrad.
So what are you doing right now, career-wise?
Something related to public health.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. So, what was your first day like at the gym then? And how old was you actually?
When I first went to the
gym.
See, when I first started exercising, I didn't go to the gym. I was just doing a lot of cardio, just running outside, because I was fearful of going to the gym. The gym can be quite a daunting place. So I did a lot of cardio for like a couple of years. But if I can remember I can't remember the exact first day that I went, but first couple of times, it was daunting. You go in, you see like these big henchmen lifting weights. They're like growling and everything. You're just like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I felt lots of anxieties at the beginning. But now I've ventured out into like, I call it the men's section. I'm lifting the weights with the guys and I'm feeling more comfortable.
Love that. So what was it that made you actually initially go like, what was it? It's like, nah, I need to actually get to the gym. Like, what was it? What would you say?
That pushed me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, maybe I'll go back to so it wasn't the gym, it was running for me. What pushed me into that? I just generally felt unhealthy. Like, it wasn't even to do with aesthetics. Like, you know, some people are like, oh, I just want a flat tummy.
Yeah.
Like, I felt unhealthy. Like, I would be walking up the stairs out of breath. I had like dark circles around my eyes, like swelling and stuff. I just wasn't healthy. And I just thought, no, I've really got to make a change. Like, I've got 2 young kids. At the time, I think I wasn't even 30. And I was like, I need to be fitter. So I went on that journey of just running. That's all that I knew to do. So just started running. And as you see the results, I was like, okay, this is working. Let me just keep it up. Let's keep going. And then that's progressed into now me moving from just doing cardio to going into strength training.
And you've lost 18 kg
I
so far. So big you
have.
up, big
Thank
you up.
you.
So what did you do exactly to get there? Like, you can't skip that. So what did you do? So to lose the 18 kg, what did your weekly routine look like? How did
Yeah,
that look
I mean,
like?
I don't know if I'd recommend this, but I was running 6 to 7 days a week.
Wow.
Yeah,
How was the distance like? Like, we say on average?
I mean, I would do a couple 5Ks a week.
Okay,
And then on the
good.
other ones where I was struggling, like just a 2K, but I was really going hard for at least 6 months every day.
Damn.
And then my diet was, I didn't have any kind of advice. So I was just eating 2 salads a day. And then one of my meals, I would have carbs. And that seemed to work for me.
Any protein in there?
Yeah, protein. Yeah. So
Okay,
like
cool,
chicken
cool.
salads.
Okay,
Yeah.
Because you need that recovery if it's running like that much. And that's great. So how was you being able to like balance that with the kids as well? So how old are your little ones?
So my daughter's 8 and my son is 5.
Yeah, so how was you balancing? So 6 to 7 runs you say a day, and how many times was you in the gym like roughly?
When I started going to the gym, probably like 4 times a week, I was going to the gym. I've dropped that to 3 now, just life.
Yeah.
So I do more intense sessions 3 times a week.
Good.
But yeah, juggling that with the kids, I started my fitness journey like again in lockdown. So there wasn't the hassle of going out to work or getting the kids to school. It was just a case of if I can get a free moment, then I'll go out and run. So that helped doing it and juggling it. Otherwise, I don't know if I could have done it. Well, 6 times a week, it's just not feasible now, you know, if you're working full time.
To sustain that is like, yeah, that's a lot on your body kind of thing. So what does the gym session look like now? Since you go 3 days a week, like what are you exactly doing on the 3 days? Like, what does that look like?
Yeah, so I'll do 2 like leg day. It's like a 2 weekly kind of schedule that I'm on. So one of the weeks I'll do like 2 legs and then arms, and then it'll switch for the next week.
Nice.
So yeah, it seems to be working. I've been kind of doing that for the past 6 weeks. Whereas before I didn't really have much of a plan. I was like, today I might just do this. I might just do that. Yeah. So getting more structured with it.
All right, great. So the last episode I had on, well, not the last one, but I think episode 5, I had my sister on, and she was kind of talking about how she looks after my knees, being able to like work and still kind of like train at the same time. What is it that allows you to do that though? Like, is it like organizing your days, like to do, like how exactly do you like kind of make that happen around everything? Or would you say the most important thing is to be able to keep that consistency?
I think firstly is having that commitment to yourself. Like no matter what, I'm getting to my sessions this week. So if that's 3, then you know I'm doing my 3 sessions or 4, whatever is manageable for you. And once you have that commitment, then it's up to you to kind of fit it into your schedule. Because I'm a single parent, so childcare can be quite difficult sometimes. I may not be able to go when I want to go, but it's a case of like I have to do it. Just the same way you wake up, you brush your teeth, you have to do it. You know, so you can find a way. I'm quite grateful in the sense that I have a work from home job, what's hybrid. So I have a lot of flexibility with that. If I had to be in an office 5 days a week, it would be difficult, but not impossible.
Yeah, you still may being able to get it done. So how does the training change during like the school holidays? Like, how does that change, or does that change anything? Like, how does that change?
Yeah, it might mean home workouts. But either way, like I said, I have to get it in. So it may not be the ideal session that I want, but I'm like, I have to work out at least 3 times. So YouTube videos are good, or just doing a home workout, or even just going for a walk sometimes, like take the kids out and go for a walk, just doing something.
Yeah. So who do you look up to for like inspiration? Is there anyone you look up to for inspiration in terms of like in general, or just like fitness and anything like that? You've come this far in the podcast. However, majority of you guys that watch don't actually subscribe to the channel. So all I ask for you guys is to please like and subscribe. It's going to help me to grow the channel and be able to spread the message to more women. Thank you. Let's continue on with the podcast. Yeah. So who do you look up to for like inspiration? Is there anyone you look up to for inspiration in terms of like in general, or just like fitness and anything like that?
In fitness, I don't know. I don't think I've really got like a fitness person, but in general, obviously my mum is like my big inspiration in terms of work ethic, and what she's achieved from, you know, coming from Jamaica and stuff. So perhaps that work ethic has been instilled in me, and that pushes me to obviously continue on her legacy and, you know, continue on what she's done. But yeah, fitness wise, I try not to look at people too much because you can get caught up like, oh, why don't I look like that? Or should I be moving harder or doing that? So I kind of keep in my own space.
Because I also asked the question to my client that I had on the last episode about like, we're in a day and age where like social media is like how to have everything. So it can be a massive advantage because we can get a lot of things from it, but it can be a disadvantage because there's so much information, there's misleading information, and also sometimes it can lead to like judging yourself and things like that. So would you say it's a good thing or bad thing, social media like in general looking to you?
Oh gosh, it's equally as good as it is bad for me, social media. I don't know. It gives you you've got a lot of information at your fingertips, but then sometimes it can be overkill, you know, and then anyone can post on social media. So the information that's out there may not be as accurate. So I'm going to say if we're to tip the scale, it's slightly more good, just with the access of information that you can get and the connections and communities you can be in. I feel like that's always a good thing.
Talking about like community and social media, we've got you on TikTok Live right now.
Yes.
So I want to know a bit more about like your TikTok lives, why you started TikTok, what content you put out there, like to kind of, let's showcase that now on the platform as well.
Yeah, so I'm on TikTok under NatalieVanessa.x, and I've recently kind of started in June.
Oh wow, you got quite a few, you got good like following base for just starting off a few months ago. That's great. Okay.
Yeah. I've got like a community of girls, and I'm actually meeting them tonight.
Oh, nice.
There's 9 of us, and we met on TikTok. We've never met in real life, so we're all going out tonight to have a good time. But yeah, on TikTok, I just make I talk about my healing journey after my divorce, and talk about relationships, dating, single parenthood, and I just post relatable videos for people that might be going through something similar. I also do live panel discussions on Wednesdays at 9:30, and we talk about relationships and stuff like that. And it's just an open space where anyone can come and just talk about the issues or the topics and stuff, and we discuss it. And what I really like about it is that it's become a real safe space. I've got like moderators and like a good network of women who make sure that if there's any negativity or anything, like people are out, people are blocked, muted. Like you got one shot. Like if you come in here and do something mad, you're gone.
I'll definitely put everything in a subscription box because a lot of my followers and stuff are also women as well. So hopefully they can come over to you and kind of network and stuff like that. So tonight's the first time you're all meeting on TikTok. Okay, wow.
Yeah.
So even going back to just touching on a few of the topics you spoke about. So you're saying you went through divorce. Did that kind of have an impact on you, or how did it have an impact on you? And would you still able to like keep on top of like training and life and stuff like that?
Yeah.
How was that time?
I feel like it gave me more fuel. Like all that I was going through, like, you know, the upset, the hurt, I just channeled that into my workouts, and that's how I kind of cope with things in life. So I went hard, man. I was, upped it. I lost even more weight. I've kind of put a bit more back on now, but I lost even more weight in that process because I was just so on it. So I feel like fitness has really helped me in that process, just to refocus my mind and do something positive rather than just dwelling on like the negative stuff.
What advice would you give to like a woman out there that's kind of maybe going through a divorce at the moment? What would be like your kind of big advice to them?
Yeah, it's funny. I just put a video out today that's doing quite well, actually, saying basically like, don't let anyone ruin your life. So, you know, someone may do you wrong, may you do you absolutely dirty, but don't focus on that. Use it as an opportunity to make yourself better. And I'm a testimony to that I got divorced 3.5 years ago. Since then, I've bought my own place on my own, got into my career, doing TikTok, coming on a podcast like this. Like my life has completely improved. So if a woman is going through that right now, they probably feel like, you know, there's no hope or like they can't see a way out of it. But just be patient in your healing process and things will get better.
Nice. And there was a video that I saw you put out the other day that you uploaded on TikTok as well. And I totally agreed with it, like completely. But again, on social media, you get so much like backlash and things like that.
Oh, yes.
The
The
dating video. So how's first of all, we talk about the video and how's dating for you now and trying to balance? So you got the TikToks, you got kids, you got the training. How is dating for you and trying to balance all of that. I will talk about the video first.
Yeah. So
let's look at the video.
if you haven't seen the video,
Can't
honestly, I was really shocked that it got that attention. I was like, damn, I've really like pissed some people off. But yeah, the video is called Date in Your League. And it is a bit tongue in cheek. Like I was being cheeky in it, but it's just the idea. I'm saying to men, like date within your financial bracket. So if you see a girl that's like she's taking herself out to Hakkasan was the example I've given. If she's doing that every weekend and you know your pockets can't do that, then don't go for that, babe, because you're gonna get yourself frustrated. You know?
And do you know what? It was fact. I don't know why so many guys are just like
they're coming for me.
I was just laughing because I was like, you haven't actually said anything wrong, but people were just like, that's just social media. At the end of the day, like, but how would you say how would you say dating is now and trying to balance everything? Like, how has that been for at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, I'll take a bit of a hiatus from dating now. Can't lie, But before, when I was dating, it was okay. It was difficult because I get like 2-3 weekends a month. So, and on those 3 weekends, I might want to see my friends as well. So to squeeze someone else in there, it got tricky sometimes, but did make it work. But yeah, anyone that I dated, it was like, you have to understand, like I have obviously children, and it can be quite tricky, especially if I was dating someone that didn't have a child, for them to understand my priorities are a bit different. But yeah, at the moment, I'm just chilling, Darnell. I'm tired from it all. I'm tired.
No, I love it. Keep doing everything on TikTok. I feel like social media is, although like we said, it can have its bad elements, it can also be good because, like you said, you're meeting these 9 ladies that you've never met before. You're able to network, you're able to spread a message like we're doing now on this platform. Yeah. I guarantee like a woman will be watching this and kind of going through what you're going through and being able to take like encouragement from that. So definitely, keep that up. Talking about yourself, would you give anything, like any advice to yourself? 16-year-old self.
16-year-old self.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Any advice you give yourself?
Use your voice. I was so quiet and so mute. I would tell my 16-year-old self to speak up. Yeah, find your voice, use your voice. And I've definitely found it now and been pissing people off with it, but I'm not going to shut up. I'm going to keep going.
No, I love that. And even like with your children now, are you trying to get them into sports like further down the line? Are they doing like any sports activities at the moment? What does that look like for your kids that now that you're so like consistent with your training?
That's a good question, yeah, because my son, he likes football, but we haven't been able to take him for a bit. But both of them, they do swimming. They love that. My daughter, though, she's not really into any other, I don't think she really likes PE at school and stuff like that. So I guess it's maybe finding something that she enjoys. But I haven't really pushed the whole idea of like working out and stuff on them. But we live quite an active lifestyle. Like we'll go for a walk in the woods for hours. We'll just be walking around. Well. And it's nice. Yeah. You just get lost in there, and then they find things in the woods that they might pick up and play with and bring it back home. So yeah, I just want to instill just active lifestyle. You know, I don't want them to be thinking, oh, we've got to be doing press ups and age of 6 doing 10 press ups. Like, nah. Just
do something they enjoy, and it's good that you're doing it because they're able to like, look up for that inspiration to their mom because their mom's doing it. Yeah. Because your kids are like kind of similar ages, is it like, what's the difficulties in you've got like a daughter and a son? Mm-hmm. Is it like in terms of like motherhood upraising? Is there any differences in terms of like what you're trying to install in them? Like, because I know as boys growing up and girls growing up, it may be kind of different. You may have to kind of raise them different. Like, how does that look like? If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's quite difficult because I have a son, and I always think like, you know, as a boy needs a male figure to kind of raise him to be a man. So I do know my limitations with obviously raising a son being a woman, but for both of my children, I instill like being kind, being generous and loving towards people. I do affirmations with them quite a lot. So the affirmations are just like, I am kind, I'm loving, I'm generous, and they will recite that back to me. But I don't treat them any differently in terms of, you know, some people put like stereotypical roles like, oh, the girl's got to do the washing up, you know, teach the girl how to do the laundry and then the boy doesn't have to do anything. No, my little boy is washing up. Like the other day, I was like, wash your dish, you know? Your sister's going to wash her dish. You wash yours. But I know that the other kind of folks will come from his dad, you know, instilling those other male values into him will have to come from his dad.
Okay, yeah, that's great that you said that because, like, for example, me, I've come like from a single parent household as well, and I think I was looking up to my sister. So although I didn't really, as such, have like a male figure there, I had my two older siblings that were both obviously women. They were my older sisters. So I feel like although I don't have a male figure, I got a lot of value from them. So I feel like boys can definitely get like a lot of value from that as well. And talking about your siblings, are your siblings still on a like fitness journey and stuff like that as well?
Yeah, I got my
Talk about
sister
your
here.
Yeah.
Can I give a little shout out?
She's like, oh no.
I know. Yeah, I embarrass her all the time. She's like, oh, you're TikTok now. God. And I'm like, just don't mind me. But yeah, I got two younger sisters. There's a younger one as well. But yeah, like she's on a fitness journey as well. Sometimes we'll go to the gym together. And yeah, we just try and encourage each other on what we're doing. Still need to get the youngest one in the gym, but you know, she'll get there. Yeah.
All right, cool. Is there any advice you'll give like a woman that's hesitant in like going to the gym and lifting weights? Because I'm very much so like in empowering women to like lift weights. I think cardio is important, but weightlifting has so many benefits. Obviously, you was going through the stage where you was doing a cardio, but you're still kind of hesitant to lift weights.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to a woman out there that's hesitant and just thinking about joining?
Yeah, I think we'll start small with the weights. And I think a lot of women think that they're going to get super bulky if they start lifting weights. And I'm like, it's not the case. Like our body's not really designed to just pack on muscle like that. It would probably take quite a lot to do that. So I would say to women, don't fear looking too manly, too like muscly. Start with the small weights and build up slowly. But now when I pick up the big heavy weights and I'm lifting them, I'm like, yeah, like, I'm strong. It's a good feeling.
Yeah,
it is.
And it's so important because that's a lot of things I hear a lot about. People like, I don't want to get too bulky, but even like guys, I know guys that have been training for years, lifting weights, and they still can't get.
They're still skinny.
they're still skinny. So it's like it takes a lot to kind of get there. But I feel like although you look good, like lifting weights, it just has so much more benefits. As you get older, you just get less muscle. So it's like it's so important to kind of install that for as early as you can, to be honest, and just keep it going.
Yeah.
So question I started asking today as well is in 10 years time, like, where do you see yourself in like 10 years?
Oh gosh,
Isn't
10
that
years.
look like in 10 years?
Gosh, how old would I be? 21, is it? Oh my gosh, 10 years. Yeah. I would hope that I would have transitioned out of working a corporate job to fully working on my own, like very settled, maybe like at least 2 businesses, self-sufficient.
Nice.
Can I say another property? Let's be ambitious. Another property would be good. And just settled in a career, like my own career, being like self-employed and flexibility and all that stuff. That would be the goal for me, yeah.
I'm very big on that manifestation, so that's definitely going to happen. That'll definitely happen for you. So what would those 2 businesses be like, if you could think on top of your head, like what would that be into? One would be creative probably, because I feel like now, like as a creative, you can actually make like a full-on career of it, because the way it is now at this day and age. So what would those 2 businesses like kind of look like?
Yeah, I still want to push social media as far as 100%. I can push it, yeah. I also have my own podcast as well, so doing that. And I've been thinking about being a life coach. So that would be the other side of the business. So at the moment, like I've got a community of women. They'll come to me for advice on stuff. So I'm like, okay, people are seeing me like that already. Maybe this is something I could, take on and do. And I would really enjoy it because I enjoy helping people and supporting people.
You definitely should, because like the start of this year, for my business, I've got mentors myself that help me in terms of like business-wise, in terms of growing my business. So people are definitely looking for people out there, and it's like you're showcasing what you're doing actively. It's like on TikToks and stuff, so people definitely come to you for advice. People might even watch this on, like, drop your message, so we'll definitely put your stuff on the screen. Is there anything else you want to add on?
Just thank you for the opportunity. And I just want to say you're doing really well as well. I see
thank you.
You're very consistent with your social media and your stories and everything. And I'm like, I like to see it.
Thank you. It's definitely like hard to, because people always ask me, how do you always juggle it? And I feel like I've just got like a long-term vision in mind. And I know that in order to get there, you just have to kind of stay consistent. So I've kind of got my lane now. I'll say the past year and a half, I've really channeled down into trying to help women, especially just because I noticed. So I've been like coaching for quite a long time. I just noticed that for women, there's a lot more barriers. And that's why I created this platform for just women to come on. Every woman has like a different topic to talk about that people don't even know about. So that's why I kind of started it. But yeah, no, I appreciate
really
that.
good.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. I'm always here for people doing stuff and growing things. I'm like, yeah,
Love
go
that.
do it,
Keep
man.
going.
Do it.
Is there anything you want to shout out? Anyone you want to shout out? Anything else you want to shout out?
Shout out my mom. Like, yeah.
They got Bonzi.
Yeah, mummy is amazing. Like, I couldn't do half the stuff that I do without her support, honestly. Shout her out my sister, Kia, Kim, and Whitney as well, my younger sister. And all my TikTok girlies, the ladies that are on there, they're amazing, incredible. They who they are. I hope I haven't forgot anyone, because you know when someone asks you
didn't shout me out.
In there, I'm like, it's not personal. It's really not. Like, love to everyone. Yeah.
You don't send someone a birthday invitation. That's how it's gonna be. Like you didn't shout me.
Like,
but anyway, you got a present as well today. So BPA, I sold these BPA 3 water bottles. I know your sister was coming as well, so I got you one each to take with you. So with the material, it's good, you can reuse it. But it's like, see the Buxton bottles and stuff, that material you can't really use it because it's got BPA. These are BPA 3 bottles, so bring it to work when you go out. And yeah, you can fight between which color you.
Well, I'm gonna older one gets the
you got
first, right? I'm playing. No, I appreciate it coming.
Thank you so much for coming on. Again, gonna leave all of Nat's details in the description. They would have been on the screen as well. But thank you so much for tuning in for episode number 7. Make sure you like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.